So I have to say that I hear more about it than I see it. The hallway scene can be tricky, just in terms of words and language that people are comfortable using. I don't know if I can say them. Can I say them?
I'm
No.
gonna say no.
Okay, so if I can't say them out loud to you, then you can imagine what they are and how ultimately tricky they can be.
You kind of don't think anything of it, but you know it's there, and you're just kind of so used to it that it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really is a big deal.
Without getting too personal, I was certainly in a position as a young person to see, in some ways, what it was like to be not so much like on the outskirts, but what happened in my own life allowed me to grow compassion and empathy very quickly.
Students can do things to feel like that's their way of fitting in.
It's really hard to kind of be your own person in high school, but that's what I try to work with my students to say, like, sometimes down the road this is not going to matter when you look back, and it's more important to like be nice and be friendly with everyone than it is to like be popular and go along with the crowd.
I think a part of it is trying to like impress your friends, like be funny, that kind of thing. But obviously it's not funny, and there are other ways to impress your friends.
My job usually is to kind of break it down and see if it's truly bullying, and kind of work with the students to see whether it's something that we need to bring to administration or whether it's something that we can do.
We're always here as supports, and so if things still continue to happen, and this might open your eyes to more things, you'll start to notice it more. So please feel comfortable coming down and talking to us, or going to administration, or sharing it in whatever way that you can.
We reach out to them, and sometimes it leads to great things, and for them to really feel like they matter.
More often, the bullying that we get reported to us is things happening on social media, sometimes either during school hours or after school hours, and then they'll be brought to us afterwards.
With the increasing use of technology, people don't really bully each other like you see in those 80s movies, like, give me your lunch money, kid, you loser. Now it's more just like people send mean things to each other, they send it anonymously, they threaten each other. I've seen a lot of people with threatening issues.
My students tell me about more and more technology that is out there for them to use as forums for saying just wicked, cruel things that they would never say to each other. It seems to be the cowardice is increasing.
So much of what I deal with and administration deals with now is things that happen on social media. We're dealing with things that happen outside of school, inside of school now, because it's so easy.
I see cyberbullying more than I see regular bullying at the school. Because you're not looking at the person face to face, and because it's behind a screen, it's so much easier to make someone feel bad about themselves.
It definitely is something that we would love to see continue on, and that's really up to the students, and you know, to have that, they have that power, and that's why it's the power of words, is to continue on that tradition and make it more than just one day.
When I went to Power of Words when I was a sophomore, I remember it like it was this really important experience for me, and it like moved me. So I think that if we had it every year, it would be so much more effective than just having it on the one day in sophomore year.
It really puts perspective on other people's lives that aren't your own, because you don't know what other people are going through.
They can give their perspective and what they've learned through the experience. And sophomore year is just such a big time where students are growing so much, and so it's a great time for us to be able to have this important conversation. If
Afterwards you have some tendency, instead of posting something really terrible or thinking to say something quite cruel, you stop yourself, well, then it's a powerful day. But if the day stops after the day, then frankly it's just another day. So if that's what the Power Words Day does, is help a couple kids, has them either alter a path, maybe there's some forgiveness, maybe there's some self-esteem going forward, then more power to it. Get it?